Right, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FTRL Division 2 for the last time on F1 2018. Joining me on this occasion, as always, is Rave's Revenge. How you doing, mate?
Good evening, I'm alright. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, very good. Big race ahead of us. So, do you want to take us through said requirements for tonight's race?
Yeah, basically there's only two drivers that can win the title, and that's Aaron, who's unfortunately not able to attend due to holiday tonight, and Lennon. Lennon is 15 points behind in second, so basically he needs a second or first tonight, or a third with a pole or a fastest lap. It's as simple as that, really.
Very nice. And we also have the last promotion place up for grabs. I think Boy Flag needs, what, 4 or 5 points to get that done. But I think there's 3 drivers that can still go for that tonight, so still a lot to play for. Yeah. Now the Division 1 race around here last night had a surprise amount of rain.
Yeah,
so
it did.
Maybe we'll get that sort of weather in this race. It's normally Division 2 that have the rain, but Div 1 have been getting it this season.
The game played one. It played one final trick on us, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
It reversed the usual weather.
City Posh trying to warm up his tyres, nearly put himself into the barrier.
Yeah, the thing is, some of these drivers have already got the early version of the new game.
Yeah. So
City Posh is one of them.
Ooh, British Bean nearly losing it around the long right-hander. Is it turn 3? Yeah, I think that's going to be quite a struggle, that one, that corner tonight. It looks quite easy, but when you're going through there, the car loves to step out a little bit. Let's try and find our I was going to say let's try and find our championship challenger, but he's currently sat in the pits, so we'll go to the man that has nothing to play for tonight, the only driver in the top 6 with nothing to play for tonight, and that's onto the podium. Everything is already done and dusted for the Mercedes driver, so looking forward to Division 1 next season.
Yep.
Have you played the new game, Reavers?
Only the beta. No.
The beta.
Yeah.
The beta
no,
tester.
I haven't gone for the Legends Edition, just the normal one, waiting for that to get delivered.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately. Alright, let's have a quick gander at the chat. Got a couple of people. Lennon already in here, and Junkie Sports.
Oh.
Hello.
Excuse me.
On setting the first time of the night. 1:35.9. Let's pull a few of these things up.
Yeah, in all seriousness, we didn't get to see it last night, but the hyper tyre only really lasts 3-4 laps at best. So, even though Peatman has gone onto those hypers, I think that's kind of a sight a lap, really. 37.3.
Yeah. Now, where is our league owner? Did he say he's going to Greece? I think he said. So,
somewhere around there.
Currently on the beach watching this race. Nothing he can do, unfortunately. So he just has to watch on, and tonight will either be drinks in or raging.
Well, if he's watching it with other people, I think if he's watching it with other people, I think if he does end up winning the title and Lennon doesn't manage to do it, I think all the drinks should be on him. That's sort of, if you get a hole in one in golf, you buy everyone a drink. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of occasion.
Of course. But yeah. In all seriousness, Aaron's done all he can. He's had a fantastic season, to be fair to me. Obviously, everybody expected it from Aaron, obviously dropping down from Division 1. but you still got to go out there and perform, I guess. So he's done very well, no matter what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I think him and Lennon have had really good season, really good battles as well, all season.
Yeah, it started off quite a dominant season for Aaron, but then Lennon really came into it, and it's really lit up the second half of the season, which was good to watch.
Yeah. Just a brief update. Nexus Cats is now Cats 21 in this race, just in case anyone was wondering.
Oh yeah, I did not even notice that. I saw the Cats, and I was like, yeah. Just didn't register.
When will we see Lennon? He's still sat in the pits.
Yeah, he's biding his time at the moment.
With his activity, here he comes. Just as I clicked onto him, he comes out.
Here we go then.
On the super tyre.
How do you think he's feeling tonight? Do you think he's nervous, or do you think, you know, the fact that Aaron isn't here, do you think that's just giving him all the more confidence he needs to go out there and just get this done?
I don't think he'll be nervous. I just think he's in all the little chats and onto the Twitter and all that. He seems well up for it, so he can't wait to get going, I think.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing from a couple of the guys that he's been doing a lot of practice for tonight. Teammates just behind him as well, just down the road. Kat is asking what position does Lennon need. We covered it at the start, but if you weren't here, Kat, just for you, you know, God, special and everything. Yep. So he needs P2, or he needs P3 with a pole position or a fastest lap to get the title. He's come out on the supers. He's got his teammate through, so I don't know whether trying to get a bit of a tow, maybe playing that a little bit tactically, or whether he just wants to have a bit more space than he has.
I think Katz was actually on the flyer anyway, so...
Oh, okay. That would make sense.
And Lennon's still busy warming his tyres up, so I'm not sure he's too fussed. Well, you never know, by the time they... Maybe Katz will realise Lennon's in the championship battle, he's my better teammate. I'll give him some tow down the back straight. Don't know.
Well, if Katz is now on a cooldown lap, so that would make sense. We've got yellows in sector 2, which I think is just out of the hairpin, I believe.
Now then, City Cross goes pole on the super soft tyre, so everyone underneath him there on the hypers have only come out and done some cycle laps.
Yeah, and that's the time Lennon will be aiming for, obviously on the same tyre. They'll be looking at City Posh's time. He's managed to get through a little bit of the traffic without losing any time. Coming up on the back of his teammate now, who very smartly gets out of his way.
Did he get some slipstream off his teammate there? I wasn't quite on him.
I think he got a little bit of slipstream from the guys in front. I don't think he got too much, because then he pulled to the left.
Okay.
Into sector 3 he goes. His fuel light is flashing, so I don't know whether it always does that on quali laps. I've never paid that too much attention to the bottom right, to be fair, but under the hotel he goes. I think it's a hotel or a bar, restaurant, whatever the hell it is. Probably all three.
There's plenty around here.
Bit of traffic ahead, but I don't think it will do him any bother. Around the last corner he comes, then over the line, and he, well, there we go. Provisional pole position.
Yep, so far so good.
Yeah, not the sight Aaron would want to see this early on.
So the fact that he's done it on the supers means that a few of the others might respond. I think if he, I don't know, maybe if he came third or fourth, then the others might not want that pole as much. I don't know. Just trying to. It's the last race of the season. That's where I'm going with that.
Well, I mean, we'll keep saying it throughout the race, but just another reminder: if Lennon does get pole position here, he only needs a P3. So, starting on pole position, you would expect him to get that, unless he has a quite terrible race, which is always possible in FTRL. You never know what's going to happen, but the way he's been going, oh, Pagani puts it on provisional pole as we're talking about it.
Well, that's going to throw a spanner at the works, isn't it?
Yeah. He is on the ultras though, and he's only gone 6/10 clear. But either way, that knocks the Red Bull driver off the top step for the moment. There's a couple of guys below Lennon that you say might have just been on a banker, but at the same time are on softer tyres and are below him.
Ooh,
Michael C is crashed out. Or was he in the pit? Just looking back at the stream. No. So he's definitely crashed out.
And Aaron in the chat is cheering on Pagani because of that pole position there. Well, provisional pole.
Well, with onto the podium's hypersoft time, Lennon is now down to 3rd. But again, you would expect Lennon to come in and come back out. Maybe on the ultras. I wouldn't expect him to set a time on the hypers. He's obviously got quite good pace. I don't think he needs to drop that softer tyre.
Yeah, there's no need for the risk, I don't think, with Lennon. He's more than capable of 2nd or 1st, just looking at his history of the season, really.
It's 5 minutes left then.
Agent Panda doing a 39.6 on the hypers.
Pace!
Pace. I think he had a couple of wobbles.
Pure speed.
Saw a little bit.
Another driver that has the new game though, so I bet it is a little bit weird. Playing the new game for the first time, trying to get used to that, and then suddenly switching back to the old one.
Yeah.
Most drivers from Division 1, I'm sure, have already got the new game and uninstalled this one.
Michael C's in the chat saying it's his first race without the racing line.
Oh, well, it's not going too well at the moment.
Oh, wow. Beanhead has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Yeah. Go on to him. What happened there?
Interesting. I bet he did a Panda from last night. Remember when Panda kind of overshot the pit lane? I mean, it was raining when Panda did that, you know, to...
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see it. I was miles behind.
But he's either hit the pit wall and just sort of lodged himself in there, but I don't think it's a very difficult pit entry, is it? From what I remember,
it can be a little bit awkward if you're going a bit too quick. It can be a little bit.
I must say though, watching the French GP a couple of weeks ago, or whenever it was it last weekend? The new pit entry for that looks quite good. Matt Cause would have to do something very impressive to crash into that pit wall.
Goy is back tonight. He's racing on pad, I think.
Oh, okay.
Due to his seat.
That explains why he's not on pole position then. So that's sorted.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Donzo's just gone 8th on the ultras.
Yeah, Donzo impressed me a lot this season.
Really, 66 on the supers. Oh, sorry, no, I'm looking at. Yeah, no, he's.
Yeah, I think he's done that time on the supers. So the top 5 still in the pit lane. Agent Panda retires.
That was an accident.
Echoes around the com box.
Yeah, there's been a few retirements early. Just want to set a time and get back to pit or something.
That's cracked me up. That's killed me. Right. Onto the podium is out. Willie
Tix is retired. I'm sure he just...
was he... Where was he coming round?
Retired on track.
Ah,
yeah, he's coming around the third turn, is that? Up the hill. Donzo's just had to go wide to avoid him. I was on board with him, but
Sorry.
Okay. You alright?
Carl was asking if that was you, Ravens.
Yes. It's the last race, isn't it?
Mighty. Right, anyway, Lennon is now out on track. He stayed on the Supers, has he? No, he's on the Ultras. Okay.
He's on the Ultras, yeah.
So he's definitely going for it.
You've also got, this is interesting, you've got onto the podium Pagani on their outlaps on the Hypers.
Yeah, so... I mean, Lennon's going to have to put in a very good lap here to get pole. And like you say, pole would make this a lot easier. Pole will definitely make it a lot easier. So City Posh Osman out onto the podium. It's coming round to start his lap.
It says here that Pagani's on his lap. No. It's just taken the outlap off the screen on my screen.
Yeah, it seems to take the outlap bit off when they reach the hotel. It did that with onto the podium as well. It's a little bit dodgy. Oh, Pagani's run a little bit wide there though. I don't know if that's going to invalidate it. He's still going. No, obviously not. He's still going for it. So
yeah,
that's good. Just onto the podium. We'll stay on board with him though, because he's the furthest car up the road in the top 5 at the moment, so we'll stay on board with him and we'll go down the drivers as they come through.
Yeah, the order is Hammer Time onto the podium, City Posh, Pagani, Lennon. Just had a quick look of the cars where they are on track. The top 6.
In that case, we'll go to Hammer Time then, in Sauber. Around the triple right-hander. So we saw quite a lot of overtakes in Division 1 there yesterday, and even though it was raining, drivers were not scared of going side by side through there, which was a bit strange to watch.
Yeah.
Well, Hammer Time puts his car P4. Very good time from him on the Hypers, obviously though.
City Posh has bailed out.
Okay, good to know. Around the last corner front of the podium. Can he put it on pole position? He can. So that's provisional pole from the Mercedes driver, 34.6. Who was the next driver, did you say? Pagani? I think he's the next one.
Yeah.
Around the last corner. Over the line. He puts it back on pole position.
Here comes Lennon.
Eyes on Lennon now, though. I think he did it. Oh, second.
I think it was second. Yeah.
Oh. Jeez, that was close. Aaron takes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, but Lennon's in a great position.
Yeah, still in a good spot.
Better strategy, really.
All he needs to do is finish now where he is. And he's on a hard compounder tyre, so he can go longer than the guys around him. Really, the only guy he needs to focus on now is Willie Tix. Because Pagani onto the podium and Steph. Hammer Time, they'll all be pitting pretty early on. City Posh though, starting on the Supers could be one to watch out for towards the end of the race. Yeah.
Willie Tix had one of the drives of the season, I think, in the last race. So
yeah,
he might be high in confidence.
This is true. Well, even without the pole position, Lennon can still get P3 and win the championship if he gets the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Which, again, is not likely. You don't tend to finish on the podium with the fastest lap. It's normally the guys who pit towards the end of the race who get that, but you never know. If he's in P3, he might turn everything up and push for the last lap.
Can you imagine? Let's have a think of this. I'm just thinking of a really good scenario. Lennon somehow has a bit of bother. He's in P3. Oh no, fastest lap won't do it. You get 1 point for fastest lap.
Yeah, he needs 16 to win it, so he would need P3 and the fastest
lap.
Yeah.
And then the safety car comes out with like 8 laps left, 7 laps left.
Ooh.
Oh. Then he goes on to hypers, does the fastest lap, but then his hypers are dying towards the end of the race.
Well, here we go then. Formational lap. Would you like to take us through the formational lap, Ravers, for one final time on this game?
Can do, yeah. So on pole position is Pagani with the hyper tyre. I think that's his first pole of the season. I think so.
Yeah, I believe it is, yeah.
Yeah. So fair play to him. Obviously, next is needs no introduction. Probably the main guy we'll be looking at tonight, Lennon, as we said before, in the championship fight. He was in the championship fight until last week, onto the podium. Still be hoping for a good race to end the game. And then in 4th is prototype Steph, but he won't let me pick him because of some reason.
Don't let me pick him either. Very weird.
Well, in 5th is Willie Tix, who's actually just gone past prototype Steph on the formation lap, so there's some sort of issue there. But yeah, Willie Tix should be having a good race. 5th, ultra soft tyre.
Wait, I've just seen a Discord message. We're having a restart.
We're having a restart? Okay. Okay.
So this is going to open up a whole new can of worms, because the Hypersoft guys now are going to have fresher tyres. Yeah.
Oh, what's the restart for?
I believe I saw Blue Flag got disconnected from the lobby towards the start.
Right. Okay.
Of the formation lap, and I think he was probably hosting, so that is why.
I'll leave that one then.
Lennon calling for the rigged.
Yeah. Admin's ganging up on me. No, we want to see it go all the way to the end.
I would love nothing more than for you to win the title, Lennon, and see Aaron cry. I'm joking, of course. That's in my administration contract.
Yeah, he's obliged by law to say that.
Right, so while we're waiting for the new lobby to come up then, guys in the chat, give us your podium predictions. Title predictions, all of it. Give us all of it. Nexus Cat's getting upset because his donuts weren't on stream. That's a shame.
That is a shame.
Hopefully the new lobby doesn't take too long. Happened last night as well. The host getting kicked from the game.
I've heard early feedback that the new game is stable. So I've already received praise for my beta efforts.
Are you the reason also why the Williams are so completely overpowered in career mode?
You know, who does career mode?
Lots of people.
Yeah, on the beta though, you only had like a stock car. You couldn't pick other cars. So that wasn't my department, I'm afraid.
Oh, first prediction is in. It's from Carl. Pagani to win. Lennon finishes 5th. Oof. Damn.
Ow.
Aaron will celebrate his title win by drinking a cocktail.
Yeah.
I won't read the rest of it. Nexus Cat's not a fan of the F2 cars. Yeah, I've heard they're not great.
Yeah, man. Slippy and everything.
Let me know, Ravers, once you have received a new invite, so I don't have to keep checking and bringing up the boys' screen on said stream.
I haven't received an invite as of yet.
Aaron is nervous, to say the least.
Yes. Part of his anatomy is quivering. Received an invite from Lennon.
Interesting. Is that for an actual race lobby, or is Lennon
Yeah,
just
it's
lonely?
for the lobby. Yeah, I'll send you an invite if I can.
Thank you very much. The silence just echoed that. Very, the most professional commentators.
Aaron saying, if there was ever a time for me to need a Willy Tix dive bomb, it is tonight.
Yeah, I just saw that. What is
You know, I can't help it.
I'm getting gassed out in this comms box tonight.
I mean, I haven't done any today, and then all of a sudden, I just don't know what's going on.
Right, are all the drivers in? How many are we waiting for?
I think just one. It was 16 before. I would not know who that person is. Carl said he's had to open a window. It's raining, isn't it? Don't do that.
Aaron says he needs an onto the podium and blue flag bus tonight. I mean, it's going to be hard to put a bus behind the Lennon. You would kind of need a good start from those guys.
Yeah. Good luck, all from TRS in Switzerland. Nice.
Ah, thank you. Right, still waiting on one driver, I think. Let me just quickly run down the driver lineup and see if I can spot who it is. Not too sure. Ah, Bendel is the driver they're waiting for.
Ah, okay.
Right. Predictions, guys. Come on, predictions. Wiltix with a Wiltix dive bomb, you say?
Well, maybe not tonight.
Where was he starting? P6?
Around about there, yeah. Excuse me.
Right. Drivers are ready to go.
I think the Bendel's lost his internet or something.
Right. We're about to get underway. The tension begins to rise.
Yep.
Timer ticks on.
Another late one.
Yeah. 2 nights in a row the lobby's going kaput. I think F1 2018 is breaking.
Yeah.
Now, a big thing to note when we do these lobby changes, obviously the drivers will have to put back on their tyres that they qualified on. They will be checked after the race. If they are found to have switched said tyres, then they will be disqualified.
Yep. I think Lennon did his on the Ultras, so this is where we find out if he's made a massive mistake. If he picks anything other than the Ultras, that's it. No pack of bags and going.
Yeah, Aaron is sat there now in his chair, drinking his alcohol, just wishing that Lennon just makes a huge mistake. All the drivers are just selecting their setups again. Making sure they've got the right tyres on. Aaron is getting nervous again. And saying my statement previously is completely true. I'm sure it is. Right. Another formation lap, Ravers, if you would like to take us through the formation lap for the last time on F1 2018, Ravers, like we've not done it before.
Okay, well, Pagani obviously got that pole position, this time with fresh hypers to begin the race, so it might change a few things with those that qualified on the hypers. Lennon, yeah, second on the Ultras. What can we say? He's the man to watch. Will he do it? Get your prediction. Obviously he was involved in the race last week, but this week is hoping for a decent result to end the game with. Prototype Steph, who I think he left the last lobby. He's back, yeah, he is back. Hypersofts for him, good qualifying. And then Willie Tix on the Ultras had a great race last week. Can he go one better? Can he win the race? Hammer Time, he had a good race last week as well, actually.
Yeah.
Here's another one to watch on the hypers. City Posh is on the super soft tyre, so he might be one to threaten later on. There's Katz on the ultra tyre in 8th, and behind him is Donzo on the ultra tyre in 9th. And then Blue Flag. Actually, we didn't see much of him in qualifying. Hasn't had the best qualifying of this season, should I say? In 10th on the hypers, so all to do really, I think. Michael C, in 11th on the Ultra tyre. He's racing tonight, as he said earlier on, with no racing line for the first time, so we'll see how he gets on with that. Peakman's going to go long with the super soft tyre in 12th, and then Goy, who's on pad tonight because he's got some equipment issues, he's on the ultra soft tyre. Agent Panda, actually no one has noticed that Agent Panda, when he qualifies outside the top 10, which he usually is every race, he always picks the softest tyre. I don't think anyone's noticed that. Yeah.
And noting as well, you mentioned Boy Flag was having a poor qualifying. If he stays where he is and Pagani wins that, then Pagani would actually get promoted and not Boy Flag.
Wow. There you go.
But yeah. Here we go then. British Bean last. Ravis was about to say before I cut him off.
He was disqualified from the information lap.
Yeah, here we go then. 5 red lights. Oh, Pagani's got a drive through. Oh no.
Started.
The perfect start for Lennon. The worst start for Aaron. He's got a real good start
Effectively, Lennon is leading the race. There's carnage happening at the back. Is there? Oh, coming together. Michael C and
Agent Panda's
Blue
off.
Flag.
Michael C going slowly.
Yeah, I think Michael C and I think it was the Mercedes of Blue Flag just come together. They were travelling 3 wide, but there's another driver. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, Agent Panda, I think. He was, he's going very slow at the back. But Pagani leads, 2.5. Obviously, he did have the jump start, which is why he got such a massive gap, and does have the drive-through for it.
Blue Flag's just gone past Cats, so he's up 2 places already.
Now, when you get a drive-through penalty, do you have to serve it within 3 laps or something like that?
Within 3 laps, yeah. So he could do it on this lap if he wants to. Oh, someone cut the corner. Yeah, Prototype Steph just saw that. Something happened and he had to take evasive action.
It's not great that either for Pagani, because starting on the hyper softs, you'd be pitting pretty early anyway, and losing quite a bit of time. But to have a drive through and then pit in 4 or 5 laps is he's going to go serve it now. So the worst thing for Aaron right now, Lennon will inherit the lead and sets the fastest lap. Obviously Pagani didn't cross the line. But he's got onto the podium right behind him here.
Yeah, look at his top 3. Obviously those hypers are going to be actually much more usable than what they would have been. So maybe 6-7 laps for onto the podium on those tyres.
DRS obviously not active yet. So Lennon is he's okay at the moment. Seems to be actually pulling away from onto the podium. Oh no, he's not. Onto the podium, reeling him back in now.
Donzo trying to go around the outside of Cats. I was looking at this little train here because Goy and Beanhead have come up 3 and 4 places respectively since the first lap. Oh look, here we go.
Might be 3 or 4 wide here. Katz is trying to make a move on Donzo. Might try and defend it around the outside. Has the inside line for the next one.
Good move. Oh, Katz cut the corner.
Good defending.
It was actually Donzo attacking Katz. And
he was.
Yeah, Beanhead's gone through as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it was, because Donzo was P9.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, British Bean's gone through as well. Goy's on the back of the Red Bull now. We'll have a quick look and see how the lead pack are doing. Lennon sets another fastest lap
without expending too much battery as well.
Yeah, and on the harder tyre.
Yeah.
So obviously got a lot of pace.
Oh, City Posh and Blue. Steph's off. Steph's round. Oh, retirement. Is that a safety car?
Safety car. I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it's going to be.
Alright, here we go then. onto the podium will have DRS. I think he might be a little bit too far back actually. Yeah, way too far back unless he goes for a dive bomb.
Yeah, it just brings him closer for the next DRS straight. That was a reoccurring theme on this track in recent seasons, I think. It's a bit far back though.
Yeah, Lennon is getting really good runs out of the corners. And it seems like he doesn't have half-bad straight line speed either. Not much onto the podium can do at the moment.
Something's happened to Goy, I think. He's just dropped off Beanhead and Bonzo. There's something happening back here as well. Peatman, Michael C. I didn't quite see all of it.
Michael C goes around the outside of Peatman though.
It looked like Peatman let him through, so maybe a bit of sportsmanship.
Right then.
Well, Willie Tix goes fastest.
Yeah, right on the back of onto the podium, right on the back of Lennon. Currently the only driver here without DRS, but seems to be managing it quite well at the moment.
He's picked up a penalties.
Pagani slowly making his way back through the field.
Conley. It was a drop through, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, onto the podium, got very close at the end of that DRS straight, but through the little chicane, Lennon just pulls so much time on him. I wonder if those tyres are starting to feel a little bit weird already.
Beanhead's trying to get past Donzo, but just can't quite. Just runs out of road at the end of that straight. Into the second DRS straight.
Yeah, under the
flag.
The hotel they got.
Blue flag's right on the back of Slipbox now.
Right, so you would expect onto the podium and Hammer Time to pit within the next, what, 4 laps?
Yeah.
So that's going to promote City Posh. Blue Flag as well is also on the hypers, so he would pit. So you might be looking at a City Posh, what, 3rd, Dunzo 4th in the next couple of laps, with the hyper soft guys pitting a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that could be.
Is that
into Beanhead.
Is that a definite 2-stop if you start on the hypers, or can you stick it on the hardest tyre and still go to the end of the race?
Well, it depends. I mean, I suppose, considering that they have fresh hypers, go supers. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Beanhead Bonzo now. Yeah. Good move.
Wiltix has fallen off this little battle. So tyres obviously starting to wear off a little bit. Onto the podium, not really able to get close to Lennon at the moment. Hammer Time has pit. Yeah. 6 laps, even on fresh hypers.
Yeah, let's see what tyre goes on. They're ultras. That's a
2-stop for the Sauber.
Yellow 6 or what?
I just instantly went to the race leader for drama.
Pagani, yeah, lost it.
Oh, threw that right-hander, I think. Turn 3. I think he's kept it out of the wall though. But that's not going to help his fresh tyres.
Donzo's fighting with Bina. Bina defends. All podium with a penalty.
Everything is pointing Lennon's way at the moment.
Well, look at City Posh though. He is 5 seconds behind the lead, and on the reverse strategy.
Yeah. Lennon doesn't need to win this race, I remember. He only needs to come P2.
Yep. Well, once the podium stays out. Well, will blue flag pit? I won't. Same tyre, same teammate. So, onto the podium and blue flag might stack.
I think there's a big enough gap in between them to do that. It's going to be close, but I think it's big enough. Onto the podium though, just cannot get close enough at the moment.
Oh, Cats will stop going on. Beanhead's gone wide. He's let Donzo through. Maybe, I don't know. And picked up a penalty.
Yeah. Penalty for his troubles.
Oh, onto the podium on Lennon. Contact. Oh, Lennon holds on. Did you catch?
Caught the back end of it.
Okay. I was just wondering because I had a couple of X's come up and I was thinking that might be going.
Yeah, I think the lobby is just a little bit laggy onto the podium. It's getting a little bit laggy there. Unfortunately, but I think it's alright.
Belongs to coming pit, no, he's staying out. So yeah, lap 8 or 9. What about blue flag? No, he's staying out as well. Beanhead has dropped off Donzo, so the only 2 battles we've got is Hammer Time on Michael C and the battle for the lead.
Yeah, onto the podium won't stay out much longer though, I don't think. I mean, his tyres must be absolutely dead at this point.
Yellow 6-1, Beanhead's got.
Oh,
Same,
yeah, same corner, turn 3.
Yeah, it's a tough one that. Gives Donzo a bit of breathing space. And Podium's dropped off Lennon slightly.
Yeah, those hypers now falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
I'm sure Willie Six will start reeling onto the podium in now.
Now the only thing really from this position I would say that's stopped Lennon from winning the race would be where he comes out when he after he pits.
Or a huge mistake.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't really make them, does he?
No, well, he definitely hasn't this season anyway. Onto the podium, stays out again. Wow.
Yeah, well, he's actually popped up a little bit. The flag has lost 2 seconds to City Posh since, and he stays out. They're going for a 1-stop.
Yeah, for sure. Need to watch the amount of time that they lose though.
Come onto the podium, get close now. Blue flag is losing time massively.
Onto the podium is doing exceptionally well to stay kind of on the back of Lennon here. He stayed within a second, even with the tyres at where they probably are at this point.
Yeah.
And even Willitix isn't closing in. It stayed the same over the last lap.
I think Blue flag has lost about 3 seconds to City Posh.
Yeah, he's dropped back massively. Definitely needs to pit this this lap. I mean, Hammer Time was in front of him ever so slightly, but it wasn't too far ahead. But onto the podium, stays out again.
Staying out. What about Blue flag? Blue flag is staying out
again.
Yellow 63. It's Goy, goes in the wall.
Oh no. No, Goy. Oh,
And
Goy's retired. That is such a shame.
Let's play that new game.
Yeah.
Some point as well.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate way to end the season. Michael C's in the pits on the Ultras, so he definitely must have some damage.
No damage.
Okay.
Supers. Switch to the end.
That's okay.
Now, City Posh is right. To Willitix now.
Aaron is slowly losing confidence.
Yeah, he says it's all over. It's never all over. Yeah, he's struggling, it seems. I think City Posh is going to come into the press. Big time. Oh,
Yeah,
Willitix.
Willitix with a massive slide.
Oh, City
Posh penalty. Right on cue.
Onto podium, finally pits.
Yeah, Willitix in as well.
So
Does
the two
boys
Mercedes
like
drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Oh no,
No, he doesn't.
he's baited it.
He's baited it. He's realised his teammates in it.
I don't think it would have held him up though. I think he's made the wrong call there. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gonna lose way too much time now to the guys around him staying out for the sectional lap. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
He just can't turn that car at the minute. Yeah, I think he's going to lose a lot more time on this lap than he would have done had he just, you know, even if he did get stacked, I think he's going to lose way more time doing it this way. Onto the podium is already on the back of Donzo. We'll have the DRS.
Donzo's gone wide.
Oh, he's gone massively wide.
It's helped pop onto the podium quite nicely, actually. He might have got caught in two minds whether to let him through and they join in or what do they kind of thing. But he goes out alright, I suppose.
Overshot that corner as well, Donzo. So he's struggling a little bit on those ultras. Lennon, however, is cruising at the moment.
Ooh,
and pits.
Right, Lennon in the pits then. I think City Posh actually did catch him up a little bit. Tenths, was it?
Yeah, caught him by 2 or 3 tenths. Lennon was holding the lead quite well.
Needs a monster overcut then, City Posh.
Yeah, he's going to have to put in some blinding laps. But
it's looking, Lennon's coming through the tunnel. He's onto the podium ahead.
Oh, he is. But Lennon's got a hell of a run. Might try and go around the outside. Oh, contact.
Oh.
Lennon isn't giving this one up early. Easy. I always say that.
Again.
Oh God. Don't put each other into a wall, please.
Onto the podium, got DRS.
Oh, it's going to help him massively.
Now, if they lose a battle long enough, onto
Lennon's gone for it around the outside. He's gone for the switchback and the switchback again. Oh, he's done it! What a move! What a move!
He's not done it yet though.
He's got the DRS now though. Oh, the wheels are locking. Oh, they're getting so close. Oh, contact again.
No contact. Lennon just needs to chill for a bit, I think.
Yeah, they're not giving each other an inch.
I was saying, if these two battle long enough, I mean, onto the podium has already lost.
Oh, Lennon's got damage.
Oh no!
Lennon's gone into the back and onto the podium, and he has damage. If it stays like this, I mean, City Posh has still got a pit, but if it stays like this, Aaron is champion.
Yeah, he's already spent really well. He's got wide.
And now he's got a penalty. It's hotting up. It's hotting up.
He didn't need to battle. He didn't need
to
do it.
Didn't need to do that at all.
Don't assist.
So Wiltix now will be getting closer to this battle. Lennon has damage, and onto the podium is pulling away. So suddenly the pendulum swings back the other way. After Lennon was absolutely cruising for the first 13 laps.
He's going to have the OS help him for a bit, but what did he do now? He's just afraid for a safety car.
He's got such good straight line speed though, Lennon. Look at the speed he's got. Even when onto the podium had DRS in front of him, Lennon was keeping up with him. So he's got a monster setup in a straight line, Lennon at the moment.
It's the sector 3 that hurt him. He's coming back though.
Yeah, it's look at the speed he's got. He's going around the outside.
Gonna get this.
Oh, he's pushed onto the podium a little bit wide. Onto the podium, does to go over the corner, and Lennon is back up into P2.
Now onto the podium is going to have to defend from Willie Dix.
All the while, this is helping City Posh massively.
It might not be the biggest damage. It might not be.
I don't think it's affecting him too much.
He's so gears as well. I have no idea how he's getting the turn in.
But Lennon back where he needs to be.
The City Posh is going to come out, in theory, if it stays like this, behind these three, but with better, much better tyres.
Yeah.
So he's the danger.
Man, these guys are falling off City Posh. Well, they were until Lennon got back into P2. He's actually closing the gap a little bit now. I'm trying to spot how much damage is actually on that Red Bull, but it's not giving me a good enough shot.
Yeah, I can't see either.
It doesn't look like it's too much though. But I mean, look, even with the DRS here onto the podium, he's struggling to get close, and again, he's not quite close enough. Might go for the switchback here though, like Lennon did. Nope. Doesn't work. Wiltix might be having a little look at onto the podium as well.
Yeah, none of them close enough.
Oh, Agent Panda's retired. That's a shame. Was running in last place, but he won't finish the last race of the season. So 11 runners left now. Pagani currently bringing up the back of the pack. 18 seconds off the nearest driver. It's not City Posh. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that were. So the gap between the top two is hovering at around sort of 16 seconds at the moment.
It's Boss Gaming. I think that's Dutch in the chat, isn't it? He's saying that the pit stop time lost is 20 seconds. And City Posh is now 16 seconds clear of second. The yellows. Oh, Lennon had a snap there.
Onto the podium is quite a bit closer this time around through the hairpin. Just needs a good run here. I mean, look at the run Lennon is getting out of that corner.
Yeah.
He gained 3/10 just out of the corner.
It might just be pale yellow damage. I mean, it's manageable, but he's going to have to defend or
onto the podium.
Trying to
move to the right, yeah, and then quickly switch back to the left, but there just wasn't enough room.
Might have hampered his exit from the final turn. Onto the podium. Lennon's just going to defend. Yeah, it's hard to get round on this corner.
Lennon knew how much he needed to get past onto the podium.
Yeah.
And he weren't giving it up easy.
Let's not forget Willie Ticks.
Yeah.
Not forget City Posh.
Oh, onto the podium, might go for a move here. He definitely thought about it. Must be said as well, Lennon does have a penalty.
Wow,
but I think
all about that.
I think the guys around him do as well. Actually, I think onto the podium has one. I'm not sure about Willie Ticks though. There we go. Right on cue.
There we go. I think City Posh has got one as well.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to check.
Well, the gap now is hovering around 16.5 seconds. So, if we're going off what Remco is saying, then he needs to open about another 3.5 seconds, and he's going to come out right on top of these guys. Onto the podium, might have a look up the inside. Thinks better of it. Oh, he's got another penalty though.
That's good. That could hand the title to Lennon.
Oh,
that one penalty.
A little bit of a touch coming out of the hairpin. Onto the podium, and it's a lot closer here though. Here we go. Onto the podium, might go for the move. He's moving to the inside. Sells the dummy again. Goes to the outside. Might go for the switchback. He just can't get close enough.
Is defending well. Blue flag and hammer time battle. Hammer time on that 2 slot though.
The rest of the field is quite spread out. Other than these couple of battles, Wiltix must have made a mistake because he's dropped off. Yeah, he's got wing damage on the left hand side, so he's obviously hit a wall somewhere. And he's fallen off these two.
Oh, yeah.
Over 2 seconds behind these guys now, so that's going to help Lennon massively. However, like we keep saying, City Posh is going to be extremely quick at the end of this race, and if Lennon finishes P3 without the fastest lap, the championship will go to the Ferrari man. So, not over yet. 10 laps to go. 11 laps to go.
Hammer time pits, that's going to put Donzo 6.
Oh, look at the run onto the podium he's got here. Just nowhere to make a move though.
These curbs are taking a hammering. Defending hard.
Yeah. Lennon again getting some massive traction out of that corner. And onto the podium, just can't get close enough to even make a move. Hammer time is about to come out of the pit. It's dropped down to P9. The gap between Lennon and City Posh now has come down to 15 seconds.
Yeah, those tyres might need changing, City Posh. So you've got to remember though, City Posh, he hasn't won a race. He wants. That's his aim.
Yeah, 14.7 now. That gap is falling rapidly.
Has City Posh got damage? It's 14 flat.
I don't think he. Yeah, he's losing so much time.
Yeah, he lost about a second on that lap.
Yeah, that's concerning, and it's still dropping by 1/10. Wow. Okay. Yeah, City Posh struggling massively on those tyres, I think. Needs to pit. This is just all falling back into Lennon's hands. At a point where it looked like there was nothing Lennon could do.
Close.
Oh, so close to the back of him. Onto the podium, just needs to get a better run out of this hairpin, because Lennon is gaining so much time on him out of here. Again, look, he doesn't get the run out of this corner.
Yeah. Well, he's within half a second, so second DRS straight might have a chance.
There we go. Again, Lennon just gets such traction out of those corners. And onto the podium.
He does have one lap pressure tyres, that might help.
Gap now is 13 seconds.
He's got to come in, see Posh.
Yeah, he was well within. Oh yeah, look how much he's struggling.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Pit, City Posh, pit, please. There we go. He's coming in. So, struggling massively. So Lennon will inherit the lead again.
Might give him a bit of confidence boost as well.
Wiltix will be P3. However, City Posh now will be on the Ultras and will be absolutely rapid.
Yeah.
So what's the gap gonna be?
Not that much.
About 8 seconds.
Yeah.
By the time he gets out and starts going full speed. Onto the podium's a little bit closer this time round.
Lennon's got so much more battery. It's unreal how much more battery he's got.
Oh, onto the podium, might go for the move! Oh. I thought he was just going to slam that straight up the inside then. He's so much closer here though. Here we go, surely this is the move done. He goes to the outside. That'll be the inside for the next bit. Oh, I think he tried to switch it back then, but Lennon was right there.
Lennon can afford to lose one position, but with City Posh rampant on those tyres, how long could he hold him off for?
Yeah, and battling like this with onto the podium, he's just going to bring City Posh all the nearer, all the quicker. So Lennon really needs to pick his battles here, I think. But of course, if you're going to win it, you want to win it in style. So I'm sure there'd be nothing Lennon wants to do more than to win this race.
Yeah, and actually this is the only battle. Okay, City Posh is going to get to Willie Fix, but as it stands, this is the only battle we've got. If you want only one battle, you want it to be this one.
I mean, City Posh has closed up to Willie Tix by 2.5 seconds on that lap. Oh! There was definitely contact. I don't know if there was any damage. I don't think so. City Posh just needs to be patient here. He's going to get him on the DRS straight. No need to cause himself any damage. Willie Tix moves to the inside to defend.
City Posh hasn't got a lot of battery left. City Posh is doing a Ricardo. Right. What's going on?
Yeah, City Posh can't get stuck behind Willie Tix too long. Oh, look at the tyre advantage he's got through there. Look, the grip is just insane. Onto the podium has fallen back a little bit off Lennon though.
Got Junkie Sport, which is Carl in the chat saying, "Fine, and they've let on the podium go, just follow."
Willie Tix, I think, has let City Posh through there. Oh, Willie Tix had a very bad exit. But City Posh has been released. Oh!
Now,
massive slap on the exit.
He's got so many laps to do it. City Posh. Look how quick. He's going to set the fastest lap, for sure.
Yeah, he's so quick on those tyres. And seeing those guys battling up ahead is just going to make him even quicker,
Hungrier.
so much more confident. Yeah. I mean, he's gained 4/10 on them just in the last sector alone.
The thing is, a safety car now wouldn't help Lennon because he would be tempted to pit, but then City Posh is just going to stay out.
Yeah. Well, 7 laps to go. Championship contender currently leads. He will win the championship if it stays like this. However, onto the podium is so close, and he's got a charging Renault just behind.
The same thing they did before, to try and hamper Lennon's exit. It hasn't quite worked this time.
I feel like Lennon getting passed onto the podium when he did was so important looking at it now.
Yeah.
Look at the ERS though onto the podium he's using. Just to stay up with Lennon in the straights. Pagani sets fast as well. The gap between the top two and City Posh now is 1.5 seconds.
You can see him. You can taste the fuse.
Oh. A little bit of a correction on the exit. He's getting ever so closer.
Lennon's saving his battery so well. I mean, he's got 66% there.
I think that is the difference maker. Onto the podium is using so much ERS. I think Lennon's got a bad exit there though. And onto the podium might have a decent run here. Lennon will defend the inside. Onto the podium thinks better of it.
He's there with him already.
Already. 6 laps to go.
Oh. If Lennon wins the title from here, wow. This
Yeah,
would probably be
fair play. Now, the one thing Lennon will be hoping for here is that onto the podium, defends like we know he does, and holds City Posh up.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot of battery for City Posh or onto the podium, to be honest.
Yeah, these guys are pushing way too much with the RS, and that's just helping Lennon so much. Oh!
What's happened?
City Posh is round! Oh, Lennon's round!
Oh my word, onto the podium, went into the side of... I was on board with him.
Onto the podium's off track, Wojcik's into the side of him, and Lennon has somehow come back out of the corner in first place.
Wow.
Even though he spun round.
I was on board with... Oh, what's this? Who the flag is? No, sorry, I'm getting confused.
Wojcik has been handed a penalty. City Posh is now down in P5.
Did City Posh go onto the podium? I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm not entirely sure what's just happened there. That was absolutely crazy. What is going on? Aaron's heart is probably in his mouth right now.
Check this out. The top 3 that I know of, that we can think of, all have damage. And look at blue flag, he doesn't have any damage at all. I don't know what happened. City Posh has damage, I think.
So Lennon was spun around.
Yeah.
But I don't think he actually got any damage from that. And he's managed to somehow get the car going again and has come back out in first place. Onto the podium also went round. City Posh went round as well, and then just kind of sat there. If City Posh had just quickly spun the car around, I mean, he's not happy about something. I'm not entirely sure how all that started.
I think I might have been flicking between 1 or 2 on the podium on the Mr. Wing blue flag into for me. Yeah, blue flag has a nice fresh car to fight with.
Well,
damage.
It's all happened here. It's all happened. 5 laps to go.
Bonzo's trying to defend his P6 to Hamilton.
Yeah, that would be one hell of a finish. Lennon is doing everything he needs to do right now. He doesn't have any damage. He's pulling away. 2 seconds on Willie Tix. Everybody behind him does have damage, apart from Blue Flag. City Posh is now out of the question. He's 18 seconds behind. So I think the only thing that's going to save Aaron at the moment is a Lennon mistake. Blue Flag is closing up rapidly on his team.
Yeah, some of the guys are trying to see, determine what happened. Some of them saying City Posh dived in, collided with on Podium, and then Podium hit Lennon. One of them saying on Podium hit a couple of guys. We don't really know, do we, for sure?
It all happened very, very quick. Suddenly everybody was just pointing the wrong way.
Hamilton and Donzo down the back straight. Yeah, I think Hamilton's got it.
That move is done.
But they're both catching up to City Posh.
Yeah, Donzo, if he's smart about this, will just let him go. He's going to get some decent points here, Donzo. He's had a fantastic drive. Right. Lennon crosses the line. 3 laps to go. Four if you count, not 25. Either way, he's over 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah.
And is back to cruising at the moment.
It's kind of stopped the battling, that incident. Although Blue Flag is there now.
I mean, it's been an absolutely crazy race. It's gone from Lennon cruising for the first 13 laps to suddenly getting slight damage, onto the podium and City Posh all over the back of him. He's been slammed around. He's
held on.
Yeah, I mean, he's come out of it, and he's now leading by 2.5 seconds again. I mean, sometimes to win championships, you need a little bit of luck. Lennon has definitely had his fair share.
Yeah.
Blue Flag isn't closing up anywhere near as much as he were. Onto the podium though, has run wide and got a penalty. So all Lennon needs to do at this point, I think, is just keep it out the wall.
Yeah, and the three behind them are just going to be bad, aren't they?
Yeah. So there isn't going to be any partying in Crete tonight. Well, definitely not from our league owner anyway. Will 6 runs a little bit wide on the exit of turn 1. Oh, look at the way onto the body has to go through turn 3 is either just a mad amount of damage, or those tyres are falling off an absolute cliff. I mean, this is the point where City Posh started to struggle and started to lose a bunch of time.
Hammer Time is catching City Posh as well. Hammer Time, actually, brief mention, Hammer Time has briefly switched to, quickly switched to manual gears.
Okay.
I think that's manual gears. Oh, onto the podium.
Oh. A lot of contact.
Comes back.
Oh, onto the podium. Out on the curb a little bit. Blue Flag. He's trying to get in on the action. Now, the Mercedes boys have got a lot of history this season of having a few incidents.
Comes together.
Yeah. But onto the podium is held on for now. Will 6, however, having a little bit of a battle with onto the podium. But these guys so close now. 2 laps to go.
Yep. All eyes on Lennon.
Aaron hoping for an absolute miracle. Lennon just needs to keep his cool. Stay composed. 5 seconds ahead now, with those guys behind battling. Well, big talking points from this season, Ravers. It's looking like Lennon will win the title by, what, 5 points? Had Aaron not crashed in Japan, title would have been sorted.
Look at this.
Wiltix is going up the inside, and there's the Wiltix that we love. Oh, now that is some good driving from those guys down there.
Yeah,
that was yeah, that was extremely close.
How time's got past City Posh?
Yeah, City Posh must have a little bit of damage.
Ooh, so the yellow one too.
I quickly switched to our race leader there. It's Cats. It's Cats, yeah. It's the wrong Red Bull, Aaron. The wrong one. I'm sorry. Here we go then. Aaron is absolutely praying here. Lennon starts the final lap. If he finishes it, he's champion. He runs massively wide though over the curb. And up towards the hairpin he goes. Guys behind him still battling it out onto the podium, right on the back of the Force India. His teammate
he's put it in hot lap as well.
Right
he's
there
weaving.
as well.
Lennon's weaving down the back straight.
Oh, don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet.
6-2. Oh, Cats is retiring.
Yeah, that's Cats bringing the car back into the pits and calling it quits. I mean, fair play to Pagani as well. He did jump the start, have a drive through, had a spin at turn 3. He's kept going, and okay, it's only a point, but at least he'll pick up something at the end of the race.
Yeah, points, isn't they?
Oh, onto the podium.
Sorry,
Let's go past Wiltix.
Fighting.
I don't think a move will be made down here, so we'll go back to our championship potential winner as he comes under the Rolex board. Yeah, 2 corners to go. And he will win the championship by 5 points. That's all it is. He weaves, fireworks are going off. Huge congratulations to Lennon. Massive commiserations to Aaron. So close. Onto the podium will finish P2. However, Blue Flag will jump him on penalties, so it's a Mercedes 2-3. Not the first time that they've done that. Wiltix P4.
Oh, City Posh has binned it. Oh no, he's doing a donut.
Oh, okay. Hammer Time P5.
Unless he binned it and decided to do a donut. I don't know.
Well, either way, that's put Donzo into P6. Hell of a drive from him. City Posh will finish the season in P7. Michael C around the final corner with either a rev glitch. Yeah, the rev glitch. That thing is so annoying. He will finish P8. Peatman. Points. P8.
P8. Nice.
Oh! Pagani. the wrong moment to go to Pagani. Either way, he might give us a few donuts. You never know. He's probably got the stream on in the background. You've got 1 minute and 50, Pagani. Give us some donuts. There we go. There we go. He loves the drifting, does Pagani. Nice. Oh, into the wall. Don't DNF though. That would be something. Cross the line. Wow, what a season, what a race, what an end to what has been an up and down game, it must be said.
Yep.
Either way, what...
I shall get the gents in.
Yeah, what's the way to end it? So there he is. Lennon is your Division 2 champion, and we'll be heading up into Division 1 next season with all the confidence in the world.
PlayStation taking a while to load stuff. I think I've got the 3 invited. Donzo P6, no penalties.
Yeah, hell of a race.
Wow.
From Donzo. Fair
Looks
play.
like second from 10th.
Yeah, hell of a drive from him. I mean, look at all those penalties. Wow. Well, there's the Mercedes boys. Just waiting on our champion.
I opened the full cans of beer and oh, here he is.
Yeah. Oh, and then he's going absolutely crazy. Alcohol everywhere.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Well, everybody's here, so we might as well get started. Lennon, Division 2 champion, mate. How does that feel?
Well, it feels good, I guess. Sort of feel my heart's, well, I'm sweating. My heart's still pounding a bit from that race.
Yeah,
It's so
definitely
intense.
wasn't done easy.
I never do it the easy way, do I? Come on.
Well, there's definitely a two. I mean, there's been that much I can't even speak. So there's definitely a few things to talk about. For the first 13 or 14 laps, it looked like you were absolutely cruising. And then
I'll just quote you on that. I was at first, and then when I went to push, I couldn't. I had nothing left. Connor was just quicker than me. Well, say with me your race, I couldn't push anymore.
Okay, well, it certainly looked easy from where we were sat. But then the little coming together with was it onto the podium where you got a little bit of damage. Now we couldn't see how much damage you had, but at that point was it affecting you a lot, or was it not actually that bad?
Yeah, the left, well, turning left, it was horrible because I had yellow wing damage, and it weren't Connor's fault, obviously. I just broke too late and hit into the back of him, and I was lucky to get past him again, but yeah, it affected me quite a lot because I just couldn't push. Well, I was losing about 2 seconds, about 2 seconds a lap.
Wow.
On
Okay.
my normal rate.
Well, you've already touched on it there. You did manage to get back past him. Me and Ravers were talking about it during the race, how important that point was, because after that, onto the podium was all over the, for the rest of the race pretty much. I mean, from your point of view, was that where the race was won? You getting passed onto the podium there?
Yeah, that's where the championship was won, because if I didn't get past Connor there, Willie Tix would be right behind me. I think he might have got damaged himself or something at one point when it was like a three-way battle. But yeah, if I didn't get past Connor or onto the podium for the viewers, Willie Tix probably would have passed me, and if he didn't, then City Posh would have, because he also on fresh ultras so much quicker than I was, or all of us really. And yeah, I knew for a fact if I didn't get past him, that would have been it.
Well, we'll touch on the.
Can I ask Lennon a question?
Go for it, Ravers. Go.
What happened? There was another incident, and we weren't. I don't think we were on board, but we weren't kind of. I was flicking between 2 drivers. I didn't see what happened.
Basically, I think I went defensive on Connor slightly, and City Posh just absolutely outbroke him. Basically, the Willie Tix. He just outbroke himself and went straight on and hit me and Connor, and I did a full 360, and I think Connor went wide or something and got damaged, and yeah, I think he ruined his own race and kind of cost me and Connor, well, nearly cost me and Connor. Well, he did cost Connor second place, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't really know.
Yeah, I said he just outbroke himself and just literally went straight on right into me and Connor. And I spun and I think Connor got damage or just went wide or something. I'll show you the clip later if you want, but yeah, I shit myself. I did a full 360. I come back round.
I mean, what were you thinking at that point when you were facing the other direction? Are you just thinking that's it, championship over?
I did, because I seen Connor drive past. I didn't, and then I see Willie Six right behind me, and I thought that's it. That was it. But I didn't know how bad damage City Posh got. But yeah, literally facing the other way, I thought, fuck's sake, all that hard work literally for nothing. But,
well,
yeah, got away with it.
Either way, mate. Like I've already said, Division 2 champion. So
yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, massive congratulations. Heading into Division 1 then, final question. Obviously getting relegated previously from Division 1, but straight back up, how do you think you'll do on the new game?
Well, I need to save up to buy it first. that's the first thing. But when I get it, I don't know if I put a bit of practice in, I think I'll be alright. I'm not saying obviously I'll be as quick as I probably am now. Obviously I don't think anyone will, but I'm just looking to, mid-table at first, roughly back end of the points, and on the good, if I get like a nice track I like, obviously score better points, but not looking for anything major, but avoiding relegation will be likely.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again, mate. I'll right, over to Ravers.
Cheers, boys.
Man, blue flag. No offence, but I didn't expect you to get second place with like 8 or 9 laps to go.
That's all right, neither did I.
I knew you'd say that. So, obviously, did you know much what was happening up ahead? There was some incidents and all that?
Well, I knew that there was a 4-car scrap going on in front of me. I knew that I actually Willie ticks at the rate of about 8 or 9 tenths a lap for a couple of laps, so I knew I was pulling in on it and they were probably battling, which was costing them the time. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that something dramatic might happen, and yeah, it did.
I think, is that your best finish, joint best finish for the
No,
season?
I think that's my best finish in Division 2 period.
Well, there you go. So obviously, going into the new game, is that going to give you some sort of boost, some sort of confidence, morale hit?
No, I'm going to get my backside handed to me in Division 1.
Oh well,
I'm going to be hanging over the trap door, just waiting to fall back through it.
Well, I'm there with you. That's going to be good, man.
No, I'm going to battle with you. I'm going to battle with you at the back.
Yeah, battle for 19.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. I've got someone to battle with. I mean, you'll like for a lap, and then you'll probably clear off. But rather than a quarter of a lap. But there you go. Oh man, we're well played on P2, and yeah, good luck for next season.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Onto the podium.
Where would you like to start?
I don't quite know, to be honest. I mean, we'll go for sort of an overall view on the race from you.
Well, I had nothing to gain from this race. I had nothing to lose, so my only goal was to make Lennon work for that title.
Well, you
So I think I succeeded.
Yeah.
Too much for my liking.
And
Yeah, we had a pretty good fight.
yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun to watch. I don't think it was as fun to Lennon to be involved in, but from a spectator point of view, it was definitely on the edge of our seats. We'll touch on the incident then that we've already briefly spoke about. I mean, your point of view, just City Posh came in out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was attacking Lennon, went to the outside, and then saw at the last second that City Posh went for the biggest dive bomb I've ever seen. Hit the back of me, I hit into the back of Lennon, spun him round, I got damage, and thinking back on it now, I let Lennon back through to take the lead. I don't really know why.
I thought you did. Honestly, I thought you did. I thought, what's he doing?
Yeah, for some reason in the heat of the moment, I felt guilty for that incident, and I honestly don't know why. But I did what I did. And then a lap later, Willie Tix went for an almighty dive on me and forced me off track. I overtook him back and got an illegal overtake, which is how I ended up behind him.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Well, as you say, there's not really much you were driving for tonight, so I don't really know what else to ask you. We mentioned it at the start, you're the only driver in the top sort of 6 not really racing for anything tonight. Either way, massive congrats on the P3. Could have been higher, but I'm sure when you were facing the other way, it could have been a lot lower as well. So I'm sure you'll take it.
Yeah, podium in the last race. Yeah, I'll take it. Living up to my name.
And Division 1, how are you looking forward to that? You think you're doing alright?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to no traction for the next game. Done a few laps today. I've got the hang of it, but I don't think I'm going to be quick. So.
Okay.
I'll join Simon and Ravers at the back.
Welcome to the world of pain.
Party!
Alright, well that wraps it up then. So, there we go. Last race on F1 2018 from us here at FTRL. Hopefully you enjoyed this race and hopefully you enjoyed the whole season. Again, huge congratulations to Lennon on securing the championship tonight. Hugely unlucky on the side of Aaron, it must be said. Obviously, watching this race on holiday. Both guys deserved it, but only one could win it. Hopefully you join us again next season on the new game to see who will be promoted to Division 1. So, we'll see you then.